Welcome to From Creepin to Preachin. I'm your host, Renee R. White, a proud native Washingtonian, born, raised, and still live here in the heart of D.C. I've spent years of my life in this incredible city, and it's not just my home. It's where my story began and where my passion for uplifting my community, especially the youth. This podcast is a space where we have real, raw conversations about life, faith, and purpose, all rooted in the experience of someone who has walked these very streets and understands the struggles and beauty of life in D.C. This is episode 7. Wow. I like to talk to you about why now? Why tell my story now? To my listeners out there, we walk through layers of my story together, piece by piece, episode by episode. You've listened as I peel back memories, share moments of joy and pain, and reveal truths I've once hidden. I want you to know that telling all of this isn't easy, because I can keep a secret. It's raw, and sometimes it's overwhelming. But I need you to understand why now, after all these years, I'm finally sharing. When I wrote From Creepin to Preachin, I wanted to just share my story, kind of like give you a look and a glimpse of my life, of my journey. But when I wrote it, I was only ready to share like certain parts of me, certain parts of Renee, not all of Renee. I wanted to keep some for myself. I kept things on the surface because at that time, that's where I felt safe. The book was a way for me to open up. It was an opening, but it didn't capture everything I felt or everything I've been through. As time passed, I realized there was so much more I needed to say. More layers, more experiences, more things I needed to tell my listeners, more emotions I couldn't fit within the pages of the book. That's where the podcast came in. The podcast allows me to go deeper, to talk about these fears, these mistakes, and lessons I wasn't ready to share before, but now I am. It's given me a space to be raw and honest, to bring you closer to the truth of what I've lived through behind all these highlights. So in a way, the book was just the beginning of the journey. The podcast is where I can truly sit down with you, open up, take off the mask. It's not always easy, but before, I know now, I believe now, and I know it's necessary. I want you to know that I'm committed to sharing the whole story now, with all its layers and scars, so that maybe it can reach someone who needs it. Thank you for walking with me through each chapter, both written and spoken. Let's keep this conversation going. I'm excited to hear how you peeling back your layers and embracing you. Also, make sure you visit my website, creepintopreachin.com, for more updates, resources, and information about upcoming episodes and events. And I'm thrilled to announce our upcoming event, Jingle All the Way. We're gathering together to have some holiday cheer with the kids of DC Ward 7 and 8. We would like for you to donate an unwrapped toy to bring with you. We have warm cookies, hot chocolate, and Santa Claus. Let's do this. Let's give back to our community. I'd like to give a warm special thanks to my engineer, McKinley, at Moving in Motion by Matt. See you next Friday.